Nollywood filmmaker. Well, I am here to throw more light on this much discussed issue of young lady and Judy Austin. I had already decided that I had to let the cat out of the bag so that people will know exactly what happened. Because from every indication, people had just conceived the wrong story. What people were condemning them for wasn't even actually what happened. It wasn't even in any way near to what happened that led to that second marriage and the rest. Throw more light on it to say it the way it happened and what led to it. This issue of Yul Edochie and Judy Austin. Let me start with Judy Austin. From what I know, had been an Enugu-based artist, for such a long time. She had been there in this industry, for such a long time, and had not actually made her way to the top since she had been there. Probably because she's a very uninteresting artist. I don't see her as a good artist in terms of acting-wise. She had been there. It's just that she sees the opportunity, having met with Yul Edochie, grabbed the opportunity, feasted on Yul Edochie's popularity, to make her own popularity. You understand? It's just that, what do I say? To reach Yul Edochie fall prey to this girl. He's the kind of person that I've met with so many beautiful girls, much more prettier than Judy Austin. But the question is, why would it be Judy Austin that he would jeopardize the peace of his marriage for? So I will tell you exactly how it is, what led to it. Just listen carefully and make sure you don't miss out any. Was that you all met Judy Austin? How they came across each other, that's what I don't know. But they came across each other, they met with each other, and before you knew what happened, they fell in love. So it was quite like, or to you all, it was quite like maybe one of all those things, one of all those probably relationships, you understand? So, but until Judy Austin came up with an idea, a business idea, you understand? And such a business idea, Yul Edochie thought maybe they could break the record with. And the business proposal was that they will start their separate productions, between their own separate productions, whereby Judy Austin will be funding. And Yul Edochie will be directing and then making sure he recoups the money and all that, which to me was at least a big, it was a big venture, if not that the thing took a different turn. So when the thing, according to how they planned it, they executed as planned. And not until Yul Edochie couldn't account for all this money that was left in his custody, because Judy Austin was the one funding those different, because that time they were shooting different films, you understand, to their credit, shooting many films. They had many films to their credit. They shot severally, back to back, serially, and Yul Edochie was the one directing. So, and that was the point I had. Yul Edochie had turned a director, even when I knew him as an artist. So I still digested that and kept my ears to the ground before the whole thing turned sour. Yul Edochie mismanaged the fund. That was just the pure truth. When I'm talking about fund, I mean a whole lot of millions of naira, a heavy amount of money. And in addition to that, I see later heard that he borrowed another heavy amount from Judy Austin, which he couldn't pay back. And that was at the point he started doing Judy Austin's bidding, because there wasn't even any avenue. He wasn't even coming forth with any other avenue to pay back those money. And then Judy Austin, being the owner of the cash, you understand, can't just allow Yul Edochie to just go like that, you understand. So they had small tussle over the payment of those money. But at the end of the day, Judy Austin came up with an offer that Yul Edochie should marry her, which Yul Edochie consented to, but it shouldn't be immediate, according to how they planned it. It shouldn't be immediate, you understand. But they agreed that this girl, Judy Austin, will conceive for Yul Edochie. Before you knew it, Judy Austin became pregnant. Before you knew it, she gave birth.
¡Feliz cumple! ¿Qué? ¿Cómo van las vacas? Madre mía, nos hacemos viejos, tía. Oye, cuando vuelvas...
To that baby boy. And part of the agreement was that Yoledoshe will announce the baby to the world as his biological son, which was the last straw that broke the camel's back. So, and this whole thing turned the table around. Though it was quite a reluctant process for Yoledoshe to agree to that second marriage with Judy Austin. It was quite a long, it wasn't immediate. So it's something he thought over and over and over, you understand, trying to digest it, trying to know the implications, you understand, and all that. So, but some things also were into consideration at that time. As I heard that Yoledoshe met many qualities in Judy Austin, which May Doshe, his wife, never had. He met so many qualities, you know, that he loves in women, you understand, which his wife never had. So that also was a stepping stone again to that second marriage. His indebtedness to Judy Austin played 90% of the role. Then that, you know, whereby this guy, Yoledoshe, was doing the biddings of this girl. So that was just a simple truth. So every other things started coming out of, you know, this story. You know, all the things, all the activities they embarked on, you know, was just emanated from this story, actually. You understand? So that was why when people are throwing jabs at them, even on social media, both of them will keep dancing because people never knew the real story. You understand? So until you know this story, you won't see them dancing again. You understand? They create fun, they dance, they make merry, you know, over a story people conceive to be a wrong story. So that was the truth. You understand? It's not today we've been seeing things like this, or maybe probably a young girl run into a married man. You understand? And to such an extent that they got married. You know, it didn't start today, and it will definitely not end today. We've been seeing those things. You understand? It's just that these people, to me, they went to the extreme. You understand? They took their own story or their own matter took a different turn from what people expected, and at the same time, it's quite a disgusting thing they did there, and to the shame of the industry. You understand? Because I've not seen a celebrity that did so many disgusting things like Yoledoshe. So that's the reason I said I must come out to say things, the real things. I've been keeping it to myself, you know. It's not something I should have just like that, you understand? I open up and start talking, but at some point, I came to that conclusion to open up. That was exactly what happened. And if people can remember vividly, there was a time such a thing happened in the case of John Dumelo of Ghana. You understand? Several years ago, you know, whereby a certain girl lamenting on social media. At that time, social media had not gotten to where it is today. You understand? So the said girl was lamenting, you know, shouting, you know, that people should tell John Dumelo to refund all her money. So at that time, it was even the story that got to the public space. Even people at that time never knew there was even another side of that story which happened to be the real one, the real story. Mm-hmm. So they conceived the wrong one, that this guy ate a girl's money, a certain girl's money. You understand? When I'm talking money, we are talking about thousands of dollars. Because the girl, from what I heard, you know, was based in US. So, but from the inner side and from the real side, I got the real information of what happened and what transpired at that time. It happened that the said girl tried to monopolize on Dumelo. You understand? Just the thing, you know, anytime you see all these male celebrities, you know, more especially the cute ones amongst them, you know, you see all these big girls, you know, flocking around them, throwing cash on them and then trying to make them happy and all that. So when Yoledoshe couldn't pay back the money, and he also never wanted Judy to drag him on social media. And so that was at the point he started doing her biddings, obeying whatever command Justin was dishing out at that time. So at that time, even I also had that the close friends to Yoledoshe mounted pressure on him not to go as far as he did at that time, but he kept, you know, doing what he was doing. He was so adamant and never wanted somebody to talk him out of it. You understand? Never knowing there was a real issue underneath. So both of them have been keeping this secret from people for a public space. You understand? Not until I decided.
Busco a 5 personas que quieran ganar entre 2.000 y 7.000 euros de puro beneficio al mes trabajando desde...
In fact, I decided to let the cat out of the bag. You understand? So that was exactly what happened. Though it was quite a reluctant process for your leadership to agree to that second marriage with Judy Austin. It was quite a long, it wasn't immediate. So it's something he thought over and over and over, you understand, trying to digest it, trying to know the implications, you understand, and all that. So, but some things also were into consideration at that time. As I heard that your leadership met many qualities in Judy Austin, which May Doshie, his wife, never had. He met so many qualities, that he loves in women, you understand, which his wife never had. So that also was a stepping stone again to that second marriage. His indebtedness to Judy Austin played 90% of the role. Then that comparison, he was comparing those qualities Judy Austin had and which his wife never had, played 10% of what happened. So that was exactly what happened.